Ghostly has, oddly enough, distracted me once in a while with music hook or something else, and it's just like, I'm a squirrel! And I was talking about time management, and time management goes into other things. The reason why I've fallen out of my time management was because of a relationship, and I let it happen. I am taking full accountability for my actions in that relationship, and why it led me down that path of not wanting to keep my place the way I used to keep my place. That is on me. I shouldn't have let that happen. Love it. And of course, choose to be happy, to look for the good in any situation, and let the rest go. Welcome back to Onzi in Color. Episode 3.3. Well, episode 3, part 3. I know this is a little backwards, it's a little late. I was hoping to have some of the stuff to show what I was talking about, but I haven't been able to pick that up yet. It has not been... I'm still waiting for it to get here, let's put it that way. So we're going to be talking about finding motivation. I know everyone talks about, you know, what are your goals? Everyone always has this big, unrealistic goal that they always blurt out when everyone asks. Let's start by making a realistic goal that is easy to meet, is what I would say. If it's life related, I want to get into working out. Set a goal. In 2 weeks, I want to be able to master these, or start a new workout, or lose 10 pounds, or, you know, make it more of a realistic goal, though, instead of, hey, I'm going to do that in 5 days. That's not realistic, because it's just really not, unless you're, like, not doing it healthy-wise. So, the one part of all of this that I wanted to get so that I can actually make it so that it was easier to, because I'm a visual person. So I want to be able to show a visual of what I was talking about, which I don't have it yet. I am ordering me a whiteboard with the corkboard on it. So it's like half whiteboard, half corkboard. I'm making a vision/dream board. So I wanted it for the video, which is why episode 4 has already come out and this has not yet. So it works as a visual reminder. So you put your realistic goal up. I want people to start with realistic goals instead of their dream goal. Say it's to save up for a vacation that you've always wanted to go on. So put a picture of it in the center. Make it a visual. You know, it's your visual reminder that you get to see daily, that that's your goal. Have sources of inspiration and motivation up on it, you know, helps keep you focused. So even if it's just steps to get there, hey, add on there, I'm going to put $10 a day away for the vacation. It's a place to put the actual reminders, because then when you're done, you can rip it off and you can celebrate that little accomplishment of, hey, I did this, got this done this week, got, you know, we're one step closer to our goal. The finding motivation while doing content creation, because I know that is a struggle for a lot of people. You can use a vision board for this as well. I know sometimes pressing that start stream button can be a task. Even if finding the motivation is making a goal of, hey, I'm going to stream once this week, or this month I'm going to do 3 streams, or what new goals can I come up with as a team with my community? That way you have someone to hold you accountable for it, like to get it done. And have like a planned out celebration for when the goal is met. It's like having follower goals. It's like having a sub goals. It's no different. You just have to have it content related. So find something about what you're working on that makes you excited. Like me, I don't like doing the editing part to listening to my voice and doing the actual editing for things for myself. For others, I can, not a problem. I am slowly getting over that. And that's because I've had to get over it, because my end goal is this podcast. My end goal is to help people. So for me, my end goal is worth pushing through that struggle of getting the content worked on. Even if it's not something I really am keen to do. But I wanted to touch a little bit more on the content side of things, because I know a lot of you guys are content creators and we have struggles and finding the motivation to start up a stream or to sit down and record or edit, or can be intimidating. But it's not easy. And yes, there's cheater methods. There's Eclipse is one. There's a couple other ones out there that'll actually clip it for you, so that you don't have to. So if that's the way you would like to go about things, then look into them, because it could make it easier. I figured out how to set up the exclamation mark clip thing, and I love that, because then people can actually clip parts that they think are funny in the streams and stuff, or pertinent information, or something that could be helpful for somebody else, since I now do podcast style stuff. So, but even if it's just doing the time management part, to set yourself aside that 2 hours a day, finding the motivation by making it a goal, and setting a reward at the end when you're done doing that 2-hour edit session or 2 hours of creating content. And that goal could simply be playing some video games, or, going out for dinner, or, something realistically goal meeting. Another way is, finding the motivation. Start up by getting dressed. Start up by getting out of bed. Start up by making your bed. Like, for someone who is suffering with depression, that is a good way to get back and finding motivation. Start small. Start, hey, today I'm going to get up and I'm going to tackle the day. Self-talk. Get yourself out of that state. And I know it's not easy. I've been battling depression for 3 years. I know how hard that conversation is to have in the morning when you don't want to get out of bed. But the best thing I started doing was doing the little things first. The getting up, the getting out of bed, the brushing the teeth, the brushing the hair. Yes, they may seem minimalist to some people. But when you're in a depressive state and you don't want to do any of it because you feel like your world is crashing around you and you just want to stay in your little bubble because it's safe. It feels safe. Not necessarily safe, but it feels safe. Start with the little things. That's what I would do. That is what I did. Don't be afraid to ask someone for help if you need it. Hey man, I'm having a rough day. Can you come help me move this because I need this to get this done in order to, do this? Or, hey man, can I bounce some ideas off of you because I need some ideas for this project I'm working on and I just feel stuck. Asking for help is not a bad thing. And I know, as someone who hates asking for help, and I should just practice what I fucking preach, if you need the help, ask for it. Don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer alone. I know it's always easier to be like, oh, well, I can just do it myself. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I need a hand. Even if it's just for some support to talk something out. Or to figure out a way to get to your next goal. Or actually physically needing a hand. Because that's a thing. Another way to do things is make sure you pump yourself up about your goals. About what you want to do. I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to record this today or not because, I've been under the weather this last week. We've had fires in the area and my lungs have been killing me. It's been hard to breathe, but here we are. I'm doing it. I pump myself up to do this. I'm not fully caffeinated, but I am here. And focus on one goal at a time. Don't do this thing where everybody does this. Oh, well, I got this goal to get, and this goal, and this goal, and I'm going to do this, this, and this. Do one at a time. Don't overload yourself. You only have so much energy a day. And if you use up all your energy on one thing, not just one thing, on multiple things at once, I should say, you're not going to have any energy for you. You're not going to have any energy for people in your life. So focus on one goal at a time. I know this may seem a little all over the place, but focusing on one at a time actually helps the finishing the goal a lot more exciting instead of having like 5 goals that you're trying to finish at once. Track your progress. Find something like some sort of way to track your progress. Like for me, when I do the vision board, I plan on doing like a timeline style so that like there's going to be like little notes posted on the timeline. And once they're done, I get to rip it off. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll set it on fire or something. But something to be like, yeah, I did this. I got this done. It's over. You know, that step is done. Accomplish or celebrate your little things, the big, the little, all of it. Celebrate your wins. Even if it's just getting out of bed and brushing your hair and brushing your teeth and doing the adult things that are sometimes just tough. Don't lose focus on why you want to reach your goals. Remind yourself that, hey, I'm doing this for this, or I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to make my life better. Find that reminder when you're in that moment of, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Push through. Remind yourself why you're doing the goals. It'll make things easier. And making it a habit. So that's why I say start with the little things, like, you know, even if it is just getting out of bed in the morning and starting a yoga routine or starting a workout routine first thing, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair. Today I was supposed to do that when I got up, but I've had things mess up my plans today. So now, some point this afternoon, I will be doing that between streams or after streams, but it's going to get done today at some point today, regardless of the time. So that kind of leads into this part I'm about to talk about. Plan for the imperfections. Like my day today. It did not start the way I wanted it to. Got a phone call, had other stuff to deal with. But I'm still doing my goal of working out in the morning. Yes, it's just yoga at the moment, but I'm working towards that. So my plan for if an obstacle happens, I do it later in the day. I do it before bed. So tonight I will be doing that before bed now. So the setting the small goals thing, like my timeline idea for when I'm working to get to my goals. You know, it's the small goals to help reach the big goals. You know, it's the little rewards. Find something to make it worth it. So, you know, even if it's just like a little celebration, like my plan, you know, rip it off, you know, light it on fire or something to be like, yeah, I got this done. So that being said, I think making a vision board or a dream board of what you want to get done, and then put a schedule on the whiteboard half. That's what I'm doing. So one half is going to be my schedule, and the other half is going to be like the dream side of it, like the goals, the accomplishments, what I want in the next 6 months, what I want in the next year. That's going to be my way to get there, and this is going to be my schedule and what I'm doing to get there. It's a work in progress. It's not going to be the easiest thing, and I know, you know, there's going to be people out there that say, oh, well, that's just everyday stuff, you know, that's easy. For some people, it's not so easy. For some people, it's a struggle to be able to reach the little goals. For some people, it's a struggle to set that schedule. I was never good with the time management or the finding motivation. I've been struggling with, I used to be good with it. I've been struggling with it for 3 years. So now I'm pushing forward. I am putting things in place. Like I said before, I am living this as I'm talking about it. I am working on my shit and taking you guys along for the journey. I am sharing with you guys the information I have found. You guys should see my book. It is full of fucking information that you would be like, wow, she writes everything down. I literally write everything down. Because for me, I actually retain the information better if I physically write it down instead of just reading it. I hope it helps, guys. Just, you gotta figure out a way that's best for you to find that motivation. So set those goals. That's the only way to get there. And make it a habit. Once it's a habit, it's easy. Same with time management. Make it a habit. This is going to be another small episode just because it is about finding motivation. And we've already talked about this in one episode. So this is part 3. I do have a series going to be coming out on communication styles. And it'll be based off the book The Magic of Communication Styles, which has been an amazing read. I got highlights in here. I'm not even reading it, and I've already started highlighting. But I'm really enjoying reading about it. I hope you guys find your way to motivation. I hope some of these little things helped. I hope you guys are able to reach your goals and find a way that works best for you. Because really, that's all you can do. Till next time, guys.